Coach, basketball recruiting a lifeblood of any program. You went small in the fall, big in the spring. Tell me about it.
Yeah, we signed 3 really good players in the fall. Obviously helped. We needed some depth in the backcourt, and then we addressed our front court needs after really watching our team play. We were able to get 3 really nice players here in the spring signing period. The first guy we signed is 6'9", 6'10" center from Bolivar, Missouri, Kiefer Starbird, comes from great lineage. His father's in the Hall of Fame at Southwest Baptist. We think he's got a tremendous future ahead of him, still growing, maybe have a chance to be 7 feet tall, but great skill level, just hit a major growth spurt here in the last couple of years. So we're really excited about him, think his best basketball is ahead of him. Another kid we signed out of Overland Park, Kansas, from Blue Valley North High School, Connor Erickson, kind of in the same mold as Mike Carlson, our current player. 6'8", very thin right now, skilled, high motor, very, very good athlete. He's a soccer goalie on his high school soccer team, so we're excited about him. We think he's got a good future. And then, maybe the best player we signed overall is a 6'4", 230-pound frontline guy, Jalen Jones from Katy, Texas, Seven Lakes High School. It's the biggest high school in 6A in the state of Texas. He's the leading scorer in the history of the school. Comes from a great basketball program. They won average over had 30 wins each year. He was in high school, 4-year starter. Provides great depth. I think he's got a chance to be a really nice player. Very comparable to Seth Jackson, who was a freshman in the year in our league this past year. So we're really excited about the guys that we signed this spring, just to add depth, continuing to develop our program with freshman players. We think we've put together 2 really good years of recruiting, 2 classes in a row. We'll still be a predominantly freshman, sophomore basketball team, only a few upperclassmen next year. But we feel we've addressed the needs for the next couple of years. So we feel right now that we're kind of ahead of the game a little bit in recruiting. So we're excited about where our future's at.
This year's recruiting class, all these guys that you have signed, they're winners in high school. That helps to translate into the college level, doesn't it?
It's the number one thing when we sit down and talk as a staff. It's my number one criteria is how did their high school team do? How good was their team? You look at the 3 kids we signed in the fall, the 2 twin brothers, Cole and Corey Myers. They were ranked number 1 in the big schools in Class 4A in Iowa. Chad Gutchen, right, his team went to the state tournament. Connor Erickson's team got 3rd place, got beat in the semifinals of the state tournament. Jalen Jones lost to go to the state tournament. The team won 30 games. So I think the lifeblood of your program, the biggest obstacle to overcome is that winning mentality, and you have to have guys in your program that understand what it takes winning, whether it's high school or junior college, whatever it may be, that has to be a sense of urgency in winning basketball games.
What you've shown, everybody's on scholarship. Everybody gets the meal ticket to eat whatever, the 3 squares a day plus basketball. You expect them to play when they come in. Nobody's sitting around waiting for a couple of years.
No, I mean, that's the one thing you can look at the nature of our program right now is everybody's got an opportunity to compete and play. Obviously, everybody's going to have different roles, but from that standpoint, it's going to be a competitive environment, and that's what we're trying to create here. This past year, I didn't think we had that because our depth wasn't where I would like it. This year, we're definitely going to have that. It'll make practice a little bit more competitive. Competition will be at a premium right now in our program, and I think once you start building those recruiting classes, you create that competition. That's when your success follows soon after. Yeah, our golf outing is Friday, June 8th. You can go to our website, TrumanBulldogs.com, to find out all the information for support our men's and women's basketball team. We'd love to see you there. Any help we can get, it goes to good cause. Just anything, renovations in our locker room, offices, things like that. And we have a lot of good people here helping out with this golf outing. So we'd love to see you, and any support we can get, we'd love to have.
How would you give your, if you're going to give a grade to your recruiting class this year, what would it be in one?
Well, I think it's an A just from the standpoint we address needs. We think we signed really quality players. We signed a couple guys that we think will have an immediate impact. And just where the nature of where we took over this program 12 months ago to where it is now is leaps and bounds, we think, with the quality and the depth of the talent in our recruiting, the 2 recruiting classes we've been able to put together. So I think each year, if you continue to address your needs, and then hopefully we can get to the point where we're just signing the best player we can sign. We think we're finally at that stage. We feel we've addressed addressed our needs. Now we just need to sign quality players that fit the mission of our school and our program, and we feel we're well on that way in just 12 months.